It's finals time for the Cuervo Classic Malibu Championships presented by O'Neill. Kaniela Stewart in the blue jersey to a quick start here and a quick trip to the nose for the Hawaiian, weaving up and down. Beautiful turn, rail control from Stewart. Little caught up in this section, races in front of it. More time on the tip, touches a 5. Back on to a hang 10. Kaniela Stewart, quick start, beautiful style with that drop knee cutback for Kaniela. Hangs some heels, goes incomplete with that final maneuver. Here's the first wave. This is a 6.33, Matt.
Yeah, a smaller wave to set up this final. It's about waist high on Kaniela. Beautiful tip control. We see him sort of climbing and dropping on the nose. Now that's something that really went away from longboarding from the 60s, and we haven't seen it until recent years with this re-evaluated criteria. But Kani using the full length of the board. Gorgeous trim and timing. The Hawaiian is definitely not looking like a surfer from the North Shore or Makaha, dealing with all that chop and all that bump, but he's looking like a perfectionist, a stylist. 30 minutes remaining, a lot of time, and just when we thought Malibu was dying, we saw those 9 unridden set waves in that heat with Mason Schremer way out the back, having to try and choose between the two. But fellow, well, almost country person now, Harrison Roach, beautiful 10 to open up his account, steering on the nose from 10 through to 5, and that mid-section of the board providing that speed. Now, pumping, high line down and around. Beautiful time slash there for the Australian Harrison Roach, and out behind him, Kaniela Stewart.
Kaniela Stewart on the nose, poised, perched in a 10 for an extended period of time. Stewart now goes to turns on the outside. Roach kicks off on the inside. Let's take a look at these rides, starting with Harrison Roach.
Amazing tempo on this wave. Tempo, timing, precise footwork, and here, bang, gets the 10, steers it back into the 5 through the section. Very critical nose riding, but he's not done yet. Kaipo holds it through the section. Looks like a surf ranch right-hander there, but no, we're at Malibu Beach and steps back into this gouging carve. And then behind him, Kaniela Stewart emulating what Harry had done on the wave before. Maybe not as cylindrical and as much energy, but Kani, look at the hips tilted back as Harry finishes off on the inside.
More in store for Kaniela Stewart. Beautiful swooping turn. Gets back up to the nose again. Perched calmly. Exuding style. An early kick out for Kaniela Stewart, and I suspect he's going to want to win a paddle battle. He hears the number. He wants to back it up. Live action now. Harrison Roach. Again, casual on the nose. Levitating through sections. Extremely difficult placement of his board in that trim line. Now gets a little caught up on this small wave, has to bail out of it.
It's to set up that section. Very, very stylish from Harry, but he's done it hundreds, if not thousands of times in his life. But have a look at the little technical adjustments through this whitewash here. Most surfers would have fallen off by now, but Harry's looking for the inside bowl. It really did run away. Friends and family and Thomas Beckson, his shaper, listening to music, hanging out. I didn't see him drinking a beer, but all the crew there enjoying it. What was Kani's setup like?
Kani's with a whole lot of aloha with the Queen's crew, the Hawaiian crew right up the beach. Here we go, Harrison Roach. Oh, levitation at its best to the 5 trim line. Little Quasimodo-ish head dip right there. And comes through the section right behind him. Kaniela Stewart streaking on a wall of his own. 2 surfers putting on a show here, as well as Malibu First Point providing beautiful waves. And replay with that fade, Harrison Roach.
Another fade to set this one up. Gets low and bang, straight up the 10, 2 toes, 2 feet right over the nose.
Kaniela Stewart continues on. Calm demeanor, beautiful swooping, cross-stepped cut back to the nose one more time. And Kaniela is going to take this one all the way to the beach as we watch the finish right here in the shore break.
Phenomenal surfing. Excellent surfing, perhaps.
One in the men's final, one in the women's final. Replay, Kaniela Stewart.
All right, so this was overshadowed by Harrison's wave beforehand. Now, beautiful. 3 nose rides in the outside section. Nothing overly critical. A little shuffle back into a nice rail carve. Rides high, gets that 10. You'll notice these surfers staying high on the wave, and as they drop, a little bit of speed there, stepping back into a nice little drop knee setup turn. Gets a lot of work here, doesn't pull out like he did on the previous wave, Kaipo, deciding this wave had much more scoring potential and it was worth letting go of priority to hopefully get the trump on Harrison.
And that's Harrison now utilizing his priority with that fade to bottom turn again. And again, just calmly, subtly, weight distribution, nose riding technique, trim line for Harrison Roach. Beautiful style, beautiful control on the cutback. Stalls himself again to make another trip for a 10, really tipping it over and losing it there. Harrison Roach. Here's the replay. What went wrong on this one?
Exceptional. A lot went right, though. That, boom, redirecting straight up onto the nose in the pocket again. The board is completely high in the wave. A little bit of levitation. I love this turn. Back into the bowl again, and he pushed it. It went a little too high. The rail slips out. Bang. It's too much pressure on the inside rail. Mind you, he's in that apex of the wave.
New mindset brings new performance and just way more fun to surfing. Here we go. Kaniela Stewart up, riding. 7.94 is the mark that he needs to meet. A couple of difficult sections there, but nice carve down. Calm body, back to the nose. Holds that nose ride to trim. Back to the middle board, drop knee, cut back. Swoops another turn. Kaniela showing control. Perched at the tip. Cross-stepping into that cutback. Harrison Roach in the background, taking off on a wave of his own. Kaniela looking to finish on the beach, and he does so. Kaniela, he needs a 7.94 on this wave.
There hadn't been a wave for over 10 minutes to this point, Kaipo, and he needed something. Time ticking down, so he rolled the dice on this, and why wouldn't you? A perfect Malibu wall. 4 steps up to the nose, utilizing that tight pocket. Beautiful poise style from Kaniela. I love that drop knee. Also a recent addition to Nakani surfing. Showing some variety of the turns. And I love that elevated nose ride. He little side sweep just before it. Very subtle. And this one died out towards the inside. A little sleepy. But he surfed this to perfection. And there'll be many surfers out there around the world who would just like just a tiny, just that little inside section and pulling off. I love the step off, Kaipo.
Out the back, aggressive turn by Harrison Roach. Skipping through this section, back to the nose, trim line. Roach, big carve again for the Aussie. Around this section, stylish drop knee, cut down. And kicks out early. Now Harrison Roach employing a little strategy to win that paddle battle back for priority.
Here we go. So a quick whip fade turn and a great 10 on the outside. Holds that in that critical section. Stepping back into a gouging cutback. You can almost see the fin give way. 4 steps up. Bang. Won't make the same mistake that he did earlier with that inside rail dipping down. Another snap. He really puts his body into those turns. And a beautiful drop knee, which we don't see from Harrison. It's not really a part of his repertoire. Sees Kani the inside. It was a smaller wave, and he was really pushing it when he took off on that. And here he goes again. One
more chance for Kaniela Stewart.
Keep in mind, he hasn't heard what his last score was. We don't know. So he's still chasing a 7.94.
Styling and saves it, but gets caught up again.
At all today, I don't believe. So, and Harry, a little back there. You can see the backwash there. That's it. Is that the same backwash that knocked Kani off his wave on the inside? Possibly. They're both paddling.
Yep.
And time is running out. We've got 0.
There we go. We got 0. And you know what we got?
Wow.
We have a new world champion in the way of Harrison Roach.
I am so goosebumpy right now. Oh, even I've got a little tear in here, Kaipo, having shared Harry's journey. But, you know, and also for Kani, amazing surfing this year and through the last couple of years, seeing Kaniela grow as a human and as a surfer. It's you know, these are the reasons why we watch competitive surfing, and history has been made. We've just seen a world title go down, and it's a little bit somber for the Hawaiians, but they still have Sophia Colhane coming up next in the women's.
That's right. And if we think about, let's just unwrap Harrison Roach's 2022. Actually, to do that, we have to look back at 2021. where it was a heartbreak loss here for Harry at Malibu, 1 heat away from a world title. Fast forward 2022. The tour starts, North Stain, Manly Beach, challenging conditions. Harrison Roach comes back and wins that event and puts himself as the front runner on the tour.